The people supported horrible consequences for the Iraqi people for over 3 decades. And we're here to say on the 4th of July, the biggest day in the US of patriotic fervor, where everyone's standing around blowing up firecrackers and saying, "I love America, God bless America," singing these ultra-patriotic songs. They're all standing around doing this, eating their hot dogs, grilling, like it's great to be alive. I'm going to go buy me a car. It's on sale on the 4th of July. Guess what? US imperialism to a lot of people, it's not clear. They're not sure about what is really going on, and now we're on the verge of more military intervention in Iraq. There's an aircraft carrier. There are 2 destroyers. There's already 300 so-called special forces trainers. Yeah, they're going to train people. They're going to train people how to torture. They're going to lead missions where people are shot in the randomly. Civilians will suffer. So this is what's going to happen. It's only when, not if. And we need to be ready as people who call for solidarity with the people of Iraq to say, no more war, no more torture, no more occupation, no more drone strikes, no more interference in the lives of the Iraqi people, no more sectarianism, artificial sectarianism. Just as a story, there was in a group I was in the US, we hosted an Iraqi labor leader who said on the shop floor, there were no sects, there were no differences between Shiites and Sunnis and Kurds. They were working together against the boss. For them, there was no war but class war. So what we're seeing today is a completely artificial propagandistic effort to influence us to think that what the US has to do is go in and referee between all these sides somehow. It's none of the US's business. Get the fuck out of Iraq. That is the message here today.
US out of Iraq!
US out of Iraq! US out of Iraq! US out of Iraq! US out of Iraq! US out of Iraq!
US out
of Iraq!
US out
of Iraq! US out of Iraq! I would like to invite anyone who would like to come up and speak. Sorry?
No, just to
Yes?
expand on that. So, the group that came out today to call all of you, thanks for coming out again, it's just an ad hoc group of activists, militants in Montreal, an ad hoc Iraq Solidarity Committee, but we were also graciously endorsed and supported by some actual existing groups to them in Montreal. Woo! Demilitarize McGill?
Yeah!
Come on, some real claps now. Haiti Action Montreal.
Woo!
And of course, Cupid McGill.
Yeah!
So if anyone from those groups would like to come and say a few words, that would be greatly appreciated. Yeah. Well, if any of you are, while you're seeing who might talk, if anyone, I'd also like to draw another parallel. Now, a lot of us involved in these sort of solidarity politics draw parallels between international struggles here at home. I mentioned we're here to denounce imperialism and militarism and imperial aggression, but also denouncing the colonial nature of 4th of July. But also, a lot of us in activist circles have felt a lot of repression from municipal security apparatuses with P6.
Boom! Fuck P6!
So, the good old United States of America, collabo, called the cops on us, and we're milling about, trying to intimidate us before you people came. Shame!
Shame! Out!
So, to those staff in the consulate, we're not intimidated. You people work for Empire. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Shame! Shame!
And we're glad that you're intimidated. You're not even open today, and you're still milling about. What are these guys up to? So I guess it's a job well done on our part. Now, would someone from Demilitarize McGill like to come and say a few words about militarism at the McGill University campus? Or did that person leave?
No, go ahead.
thank you so much for coming. I just want to say a few words on behalf of Demilitarized McGill. First of all, we want to express our absolute support for these actions, to denounce and attempt to stop further US imperialism intervention in Iraq. For many decades, McGill University and its researchers have profited from the development of military technology, including weapons, arms, for a number of countries, including Canada and the US. These include guided missiles, both surveillance and attack drones, and thermobaric explosives. These weapons have been used extensively in the war on terror in countries including Afghanistan, Pakistan, Yemen, Somalia, and it is absolutely certain that if there is further US military intervention in Iraq, this will involve one or more military technologies that have had some mark left on them by McGill University research. So I just want to say that although we are here talking about Iraq, although we're outside the US consulate, it's also very important to bear in mind that just a few blocks from here, there is one of the many pieces of the puzzle of how this kind of aggression, this kind of military intervention comes about. So I think it's something very important to keep in mind, and to keep in mind the site very close to us where profit is being made from intervention, from imperialist intervention in other countries. Thank you all for coming.
Shame on McGill! 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 And Isaac's point is apropos because we have an imperialist empire in the United States. That imperialist empire cannot function without the contributions of private companies and universities which do research for the U.S. military, expressly for contracts in order to provide technology, research, technology, weapon systems for the U.S. to use. There are so many examples, and they're not isolated to just U.S. companies and universities, because this is a globalized empire, this is globalized oppression, and the U.S. will take it wherever they can get it. They'll take technology and weapon systems and research from any university worldwide if it's going to further their aims to economically and militarily dominate this world into infinity.